Good evening. How are you? In this country today, here in Oldcastle, it wasn't too bad. It got a bit dark there sometimes, but the rain I think held off, and it's a bit brighter now, and it's at least it wasn't spilling. And I left my cousin that stayed here for a couple of days and showed her all the sights as I was saying yesterday. All the when I say sites, I'm talking about religious sites. Yesterday we saw the St. Columcille Cell in Kells. It's a very historical town, Kells, from the point of view because you have the Book of Kells. Regretfully, it's in Trinity College where it should not be whatsoever. What have they got to do with the Book of Kells? They're not practicing Catholics as far as I know. Founded by Queen Elizabeth I. Not a great person to be found in Anthem, persecuted the Catholics. Anyway, be that as it may, we visited, and then we went to where my late wife Julie is buried in Kilmainham Wood in the graveyard beside the Sacred Heart Church, which I love the name, the Sacred Heart, for it to be named after the church. It's a great name, and so we said our prayers there, and went into the church then, and I lit a few candles for the happy reporters of Julie and others as well, including my cousin's husband, John, who died about 5 years ago, 2019, I think, or something like that, and maybe even earlier. And so I brought her to the bus, and I waited, and the bus came because quite a few people there, and some that looked different, kind of perhaps dangerous individuals. So you've got to sort of not just be going with your eyes closed, see what's around for safety. So I got her in the bus, and I skipped her and put her case up. She was heavy enough, and I put it up where it would be safe, more or less at the back. And then the bus was going to Bus Hours, and I advised her to get the Lewis up to Middle Abbey Street. But she got a taxi home to Stillorgan and Lower Kilmainham Wood because there was a protest and there was a lot of police in Dublin, so it was dangerous. So these are things you have to be. You don't know what you're going to come across in Dublin nowadays. I don't know if it's the same in other parts of the country, but Dublin seems to be more difficult than most. And so she got a taxi, and that was the best way to go. Matter of fact, I was going to suggest it to her, but she could have got the 11 bus if things was normal. And it would nearly goes up through Renland, it would have comes around towards Stillorgan, and the bus stop is nearly a little bit further near her house. But it was better to get a taxi for safety because when you're carrying, your two hands are occupied, and then you have your handbag as well. You're very vulnerable. So the taxi was the best thing that she did. It only cost €20, which isn't bad from the centre of the city out to safe. Safety is the name of the game, isn't it? So anyway, we she saw a good lot. She saw quite a lot, and I was very tired after the business of going around and all the rest of it. And she treated me to a lovely meal yesterday as well. So we had a grand day. But we got home then after doing all the things, and we visited my late wife's first cousins and had a grand chat and a sit down and a cup of tea and a cake or two because they were going to have their dinner. Sean, that I met, Sean, the husband, he came home then, and I met him when we were coming up. So I was asking him about his wife. She was in a serious accident, and not her fault. Somebody that was under the influence and caused a serious accident. She was lucky to be alive. She had to be airlifted. So there we are. Anyway, I hope we find you well, and that's our little talk. We finish with the evening prayer to our Blessed Mother. So bye now, and enjoy the rest of the evening.